We want to take a moment to welcome everyone to the Watch This Shit podcast. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. My name is Seneca, the Mood Professor, and today I have my collaborating cooperator here. Young Sam, go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Hey, it's Young Sam, aka the Movie Apprentice.
Right. And with this podcast, we're going to give you the definitive decision on whether you should go see a new movie or not. If we say, watch this shit, go enjoy some good cinema. If we say, don't watch this shit, avoid it as you would attempting to create an animal fight club in your backyard. Or don't. You can do what you want. It may be fun, or it may see you facing more jail time than if you actually killed a human. You don't want to listen to us, you put your life in your own hands. To our listeners and viewers, a special thank you for hanging with us while we make constant improvements to our content. We're going to start a new structure to our podcast with this very episode. I'm going to review the movie or show. Then after, we will have an open discussion about it. Then lastly, moving to our final verdict. With that being said, today we are reviewing the Netflix series Pokemon Concierge. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, it's you and me. I know it's our destiny. Damn, they did their thing with that song. It's gonna be in my head all day. Okay, Netflix is trying to give Crunchyroll a fight for anime dominance. They are doing this by curating Japanese cartoons, not Lupe's rock band, but anime, and also commissioning shows. We talked about the live action One Piece adapted show that we thoroughly enjoyed, but they also recently released a Yu Yu Hakusho joint. They looked around and said, what's the most anime thing we can do? Let's do a stop motion anime based on the Pokemon franchise. Bitch, you had me at stop motion. I love stop motion. I tried to pinpoint the origin of this, and it's from childhood. I grew up in the 80s, and all the kids programming, Sesame Street, Pinwheel, Gumby, they used this amazing storytelling technique. It was very prevalent in those days. The process is such a labor of love. The filmmaking team takes real life models of characters, basically toys, and sets, and moves them just a little bit, records the still for a second, then moves the models and records. They repeat this process to create a sense of movement. At the end of Kubo and the Six Strings, there's a sequence showing a sped up version of this process. I think a lot of the newer stop motion pictures do that, but I remember Kubo definitely doing it. And it just shows you how to work in that style of film. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. And I want to thank everyone that has ever used this medium of storytelling. Hard work, this beautiful, should be rewarded. Let's look at the story. Haru, after having a horrible week, lands a gig as one of the caretakers at a Pokemon resort. She needs an immediate change of pace as her life went to shambles because of the events of just 7-ish days. Day 1, her long-term boyfriend left her. She thought they were on the course of marriage. They was together 6 years. Day 2, she steps in gum. Day 3, she's late for her presentation at work. Day 4, her work bestie resigns. Day 5, she trimmed her eyebrows. They was ugly. Day 6, she spent too damn long cooking dinner, and it was still nasty. Day 7, she fell flat making a presentation at work. And lastly, she stepped in gum again. No wonder this motherfucker wants to get away and just play with Pokemons all day. It's a good thing this is a cute kids animated program, because if this was any other form of storytelling, this bitch probably would have killed herself. Luckily, that's all just in the first 30 seconds of the show. Then they get to what everyone is here to see. Some motherfucking stop motion animated Pokemons. Gotta catch 'em. She arrives at the resort and has to learn the important role of learning to relax so that she can help the Pokemon loosen up and have fun. This leads to hijinks and cuteness for the entire 4 episodes of this series. When I say cute, I am not using hyperbole. They showed an Eevee sitting in a salon with a flower in its hair, and I almost got angry that these motherfuckers aren't real. It was so soft and cushy looking. I want one now. All of them are like that. They have a fuzzy felt look to the model designs. If you have listened to me talk to any degree, you know I love puppets, Muppets, stop motion, all that shit. This show seems like it was created specifically to reach my weird ass sensibilities. The only thing I can say that I wish they did with the monsters is let them fight. because this is a more slice of life Pokemon show. The creatures don't typically release their powers. They just trying to chill and relax. When they do use their powers, it's not with the intent to harm another of their pocket monster brethren. I guess they've earned it. They've been fighting since the 90s. Let's give them a break. But it would be amazing to see them fight in this style of show. Hopefully, in the future, they take that idea and run with it. The world is bright and vibrant. The colors pop, and there is a real differentiation between the sets. Sometimes they're indoors, Haru's room, for example, but most of the time they are exploring the resort area, filled with forests, grassy areas, pools, beautiful blue skies, sandy beaches, rocky mountains, deep blue oceans. It's like a real resort. A lot of care and work went into this series. The water looks wet. Yes, that is a weird statement, but remember, this is stop motion. This genre uses toys to tell its story. The simplified description. You can't put these models in real water and expect them to perform correctly. Several scenes have Pokemon swimming and playing in water. It looks seamless. The figures themselves are used well too. The movements are smooth and not jerky. And this is my thing right here. Even the background characters are in motion. A lot of time, projects try to cheap out by having a lot of stationary creatures or characters that are not the focus of the scene. So they're just back there doing nothing. But here, all of the players in the frame have motion. Thank you again. One thing about the models, the human ones that is, especially Haru, she has a long ass neck. That's all I'm saying. I believe it is designed that way so that she can later tie a scarf around it, but it didn't have to be a giraffe neck attached to her. I really like the Elisa model with her afro puff and permanent scowl. The coolest thing about this character is, even though she looked rough, she was one of the most helpful people that Haru met on her adventure. She helped her find her way on the resort and gain understanding of what their job is there. Which is crazy because the thing is, the job description was very vague. Just go do something and help the Pokemon enjoy life away from fighting to appease their captors. Now that sounds weird when you say it like that. There was a lot of distinction between the models too. No lazy shortcuts and just repurposing the characters to fill other spots. They created them each individually like real people are. Individuals. All right. Enough of the review. Let's jump into the discussion portion of our program. Young Sam, what were your thoughts on this new Pokemon tale?
Yeah, my thoughts. It was good. It was like each episode was like a breath of fresh air because you just saw the Pokemon just interacting differently or new challenges. I like that they made Psyduck kind of the main uh Pokemon in this one. Um, but they had to throw Pikachu in there because it's basically the mascot. But I enjoyed it. The scenery was beautiful. The colors were nice. It kind of made me wish I was there now because it's cold as fuck here. But overall, it was very very good show. I hope they can possibly do like a season two, but like you said, with like maybe an actual like battle or something, a stop motion Pokemon show
Mhm.
featuring Ash, probably
That would
Netflix.
be dope. For
There you
real.
go. But yeah,
Yeah.
overall it was good. I liked it.
Yeah. You mentioned Pikachu. And yes, he did exactly what Elmo did to Sesame Street, right? Because it was Big Bird show, right?
Mhm.
And l- years later, Elmo was like, nah, motherfucker, this is my show. Pikachu did the same thing. He wasn't one of the three starter Pokemon. It was Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, right? And
Mhm.
then when the anime took off, because he's the cutest, everybody's like, this is the Pikachu show. But I thought they used him well here. Even though that was Haru's favorite Pokemon, he only showed up in the last episode, or a
Mhm.
group of Pikachus. Pikachai, Pikachuises, whatever. Anyway, yeah, and honestly, that was the part that got me the most. Like, if I could have cried, I would have, because that little Pikachu was so different from all the other ones. and they had to really work hard to help him find his joy and happiness. I mean, not that he wasn't a happy Pokemon, but he was just shy. And the way that he screamed Pikachu when he was sailing off on the boat, I was like, "Oh, man."
He looked at it differently. I thought the trainer was just I don't think the trainer didn't know his Pokemon pretty much. And he was trying to get him to do all this stuff that the
He didn't wanna
Pokemon
do.
just didn't like. It's
Yeah.
I guess
Uh-huh.
it's not his personality. I think the lesson was just you need to learn how to work with something and not make it do what you want it to do. Just
Yeah.
let it be itself.
Yeah, no, that's a great message, and that definitely resonated. What'd you think about the art style?
I like the art style. The characters were good. The long neck was like, that was a little weird. Um, but I think all the characters were, I guess, done in a proportionate way. Yeah, I mean, it was a good art style. I liked it.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, the colors really sold it for me. It looks like you can just reach in and, like, touch the world.
Yeah, yeah. It took you to another place.
Uh-huh.
It it brought you to the resort.
I'm guessing just based on our conversation and what you said now that the Psyduck was your favorite Pokemon.
Oh yeah, yeah. Definitely. I like Psyduck as a Pokemon because he's very not weird, but he's just awkward.
Yeah,
And I
he
was like,
is.
so I was like, I could resonate with Psyduck. So yeah, when they chose Psyduck, I was like, okay, I
Yeah,
dig this.
that was a good choice. I like the monkey trio, the fat, fire, grass, and water.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
the name of that Pokemon. I catch them on the game, and I don't even register the name.
Hey,
Is
this
it
this is
Fire
somebody that still
Monkey?
plays Pokemon Go.
I still play Pokemon Go. Yes.
Mm,
Uh, yes, I do. I do still play Pokemon Go. I love Pokemon, by the way. Uh,
mm,
but
mm.
they were so playful and mischievous, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way, like the motherfucker that I hate, which is Wingle. I had to get right into it. So this motherfucker came down and straight up stole a flotation device from one of the Magikarp. This Magikarp did not have the ability to swim. I- Yes, Magikarp is a fish, but everybody know Magikarp, they need a lot of help. They're one of the weakest Pokemons out there. But when they evolve, they're badass. And this Wingo flew by, took its lifeline, and just kept sailing through the air. It didn't even need it. It wasn't playing with it just snatched it like Debo and sped off like everything was cool. No, it is not cool. I wanted somebody to electric attack his punk ass out of the air. He had me so fucking mad.
But that did
Imagine.
give him the opportunity to show off Dragonite.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Dragonite flight chase scene was amazing.
Mhm.
It was great. But fuck you, Wingo. I also like the way that they incorporated the music. They played the evolution song when Hoppit evolved to Skiploom.
Mhm.
It was perfect. And it just focused on that Pokemon and played the song that we've heard millions of times if we played any of the games.
Mhm.
But they did it in the style of the stop motion, which I feel like they used some different, not different instruments, but it sounded clean. I don't know.
Sound modern?
Maybe it was different from the one, like if you're playing a Game Boy, they
Mhm.
use the little bits and bytes, do, right? But it sound
Mhm.
more. I don't know if they use real instruments or if they use synthesizers, but it sound. I watched this shit 3 times.
Damn. I mean, it's only 4 episodes. I'm
It's
like,
only 4 episodes, and they short.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anything else you want to bring up?
Mm, I think we covered it all. The visuals, the story, characters, the Pokemon. Um, I think it was all well covered. I think this is a good show for I think it's a good family show.
Mhm.
We don't watch a lot of, like, family shows, and I think this one incorporates, because even my kid was watching it, and he's, like, 1, and he was enjoying it, so I think it's a good family show.
Agreed. Agreed. All right. Final verdict. Watch this shit. I just said I watched it 3 times. It's super short, 4 episodes, 15 minutes apiece. I told a friend of mine that this series is too cute to exist, but it's just the kind of thing that we need in this world full of ugly events. One thing that they didn't need was the mid-episode bumpers. The episodes are so short. Why are we putting "We'll be right back after these messages" bumpers? And the
Mhm.
shit is on Netflix, not cable. What? Netflix? Y'all gonna okay, but still watch this shit. Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely watch this shit. Miss I just thought about the bumpers. I was like, "Oh, yeah, they did this is" I thought they were just trying to incorporate a Japanese theme. I was like, maybe," but yeah. But definitely watch this shit. Um, you won't be disappointed.
Agreed. Thank you for watching and listening to another episode of Watch This Shit. You come here for the realest take on new movies. So make sure you follow us so you're not left in the dark on whether you should check out a new movie or not. If you haven't seen this shit yet, what the fuck are you waiting for? We told you what to do. Now it's up to you to go and do it. Check us out next time when we review The Book of Clarence. And good day to you.